Welcome back to the IS Companion. Cabinet committees and groups of ministers, GOMS, play a pivotal role in the functioning of the Indian government by aiding in decision making, coordinating various administrative activities, and ensuring that policies and proposals are thoroughly examined before being presented to the cabinet. Although they are not explicitly mentioned in the Constitution, these committees are established under the rules of business and are essential for managing the extensive workload of the Cabinet. Features of Cabinet Committees. Cabinet committees are characterized by several distinct features. They are extra-constitutional in nature, meaning that they are not provided for by the Constitution itself, but their establishment is facilitated through the rules of business. There are two main types of cabinet committees, standing and ad hoc. Standing committees are permanent, whereas ad hoc committees are temporary and are created to address specific issues before being disbanded upon completion of their tasks. The Prime Minister is responsible for setting up these committees based on the needs and exigencies of the time, which means their number, names, and composition can vary. Typically, the membership of these committees ranges from 3 to 8 members, usually including cabinet ministers, although non-cabinet ministers can also be included. Cabinet committees often include not just the ministers responsible for the subjects at hand, but also other senior ministers. They are frequently chaired by the Prime Minister, although other senior ministers like the Home Minister or the Finance Minister may also preside over them. However, if the Prime Minister is a member of a committee, they invariably act as the chairperson. These committees have dual functions. They are tasked with sorting out issues and formulating proposals for the Cabinet's consideration, and they also have the authority to make decisions, which the Cabinet can later review. This dual role helps in reducing the Cabinet's workload and ensures a more detailed examination of policy issues, promoting effective coordination and division of labor. List of Cabinet Committees. Over the years, the number and composition of Cabinet committees have varied. For instance, in 1994, there were 13 such committees. By 2013, the number had reduced to 10. As of 2019, there are 8 functional Cabinet committees. 1. Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs. 2. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. 3. Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. 4. Cabinet Committee on Security. 5. Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs. 6. Cabinet Committee on Accommodation. 7. Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth. 8. Cabinet Committee on Employment and Skill Development. Functions of Cabinet Committees. Among these, 4 Cabinet Committees are particularly significant. 1. Political Affairs Committee. This committee addresses all policy matters related to domestic and foreign affairs. It is often considered the most powerful of the committees and is sometimes referred to as a super cabinet. 2. Economic Affairs Committee. This committee is responsible for directing and coordinating governmental activities within the economic sphere, playing a crucial role in economic policymaking and implementation. 3. Appointments Committee. This committee decides on high-level appointments in the Central Secretariat, public enterprises, banks, and financial institutions, ensuring that key positions are filled with suitable candidates. 4. Parliamentary Affairs Committee. This committee oversees the progress of government business in the Parliament, ensuring that legislative work proceeds smoothly and efficiently. The Prime Minister chairs the first 3 of these committees, while the Home Minister chairs the Parliamentary Affairs Committee. Groups of Ministers, GOMS. In addition to cabinet committees, the Indian government also utilizes groups of ministers, GOMS, to handle specific issues. These are ad hoc bodies formed to provide recommendations to the cabinet on emergent issues and critical problem areas. GOMS are an effective instrument for interministerial coordination, with ministers heading the relevant ministries being included in these groups. Once they crystallize their advice, these groups are disbanded. The Second Administrative Reforms Commission, 2005 to 2009, made several observations and recommendations regarding GOMS. 1. The Commission noted that the existence of a large number of GOMS had resulted in many of them failing to meet regularly, causing delays in resolving significant issues. 2. It was suggested that a more selective use of GOMS would lead to more effective coordination, particularly if these groups are empowered to make decisions on behalf of the Cabinet within prescribed time limits. 3. The Commission recommended ensuring that the existing coordination mechanisms of GOMS function effectively, aiding in the timely resolution of issues. Selective and effective use of GOMS with clear mandates and time limits was deemed necessary for their optimal function. Thank you.